Now, before we get started, there is a few papers I need to grab. There it is. And we are in the broadcast booth here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And I'm joined by my broadcasting partner, Andrew. Andrew, welcome, man.
Hello. Thank you.
Well, 16 races have led us to this point. What are your expectations out of some of these drivers, even though this is a non-points race?
Honestly, I think they're going to treat it exactly how it is. It's a competition at the end of the day. Everyone wants to win.
Exactly. So, here we go. We got our All-Star race events tonight. We have 3 heat races, 2 last chance qualifiers, the All-Star Open, and then the All-Star race. After the All-Star Open, we will tell you the fan vote winner. Now, keep in mind, if the fan vote winner advances in one of the heat races, the last chance qualifiers, or the All-Star Open, then the fan vote goes to the runner-up, unless if the runner-up too does that same thing. And then it goes to the next person. So without further ado, let's get started with Heat Race 1. 13 laps around the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The top 4 advance. The four is in the All-Star race already, so just ignore him if you see him on the track. But here we go. So gonna have to restart the session. 13 laps. What 4 drivers will join the 4 of Urbane in the All-Star race? What are your predictions before we start here, Andrew?
Well,
so you got the 4 already in the main
honestly,
event.
I feel like this is going to be one of the biggest competition races we've seen all year. It might not be for points, but everyone wants the pride of knowing they've won $1 million.
So who's your prediction to be the top 4 that advance in this first heat?
I got, let's see, believe it or not, I got Logano. I got, let's see here, who else should I pick? It's kind of hard. We all know everyone has a lot of competition.
Alrighty, so why don't we just...
I'll think about it a little bit. You can...
So Joey Logano is 1. Off turn 4 they come. Flagger has the green flag in his hand. Next gen car out here at Las Vegas, green flag. And Heat 1 is underway. Chase Elliott jumps out to the lead here off the 4. And Chase Elliott continuing to lead, but the 4 we're going to ignore, so we're going to say Martin Truex Jr. still in second place there. And Martin Truex Jr., he advanced in Heat 1 last year. And look at that, Chase Elliott build a nice lead here. Heading through turns 3 and 4.
He's launching way above everyone. He's way out there.
Here comes that car we're going to ignore to his back bumper, though. Elliott leads lap 1.
Elliott takes lap 1 before gaining on him with a 0.1 second difference. 1 car, 1 car. And he's going to push him on his bumper and send him out wide.
The reason why the car we're going to ignore is passing is because it allows the cars to compete with each other behind him. So the real drivers in this race can compete for it. So Martin Truex Jr., he can get up there and try to steal it from Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott can hang on for the whole heat race as we're going to reach 10 to go next time by.
Elliott falls to over second difference. After Elliott, we have Martin again the Suarez.
So keep in mind, since we're ignoring the 4, Elliott continues to lead here at Las Vegas.
Honestly, I think this is going to be one of the biggest competition races we see all year, like I was saying earlier. We're going to have a very good one. Just like Steve Harvey says, we got a good one for you tonight.
And this race is dedicated to Steven Stotts. Now, if you remember, he is the truck driver for David Gillen Racing that lost his life on the way to Phoenix Raceway last spring with Taylor Gray's Arkham Menards team. Rest in peace, Steven. We are definitely here to support you. Meanwhile, that number 4 tonight, remember, he's in the garage area right now. He doesn't have to race till the main event, but his dad will be riding on board his car. So there's support like no other out here. Chase Elliott, how about this? Continuing to lead with less than 10 laps to go in the
I was
heat.
just about to get to that.
But look at this, Christopher Bell in third.
We're gonna have a good one.
And keep in mind, the cars that advance, we're going to ignore those cars too in the next heat race. Because you can't actually take out, like, the people that are in. Yeah.
You just have to ignore it. That's alright with us, that's right with them. Because they know they're in, they don't care.
That car we're going to ignore, it gets into the wall a little bit, love tap. But well, guess what? That never happened because we're ignoring them. It's Chase Elliott, how about that? Competing with Martin Truex Jr. really well. Christopher Bell is trying to join the mix. So keep in mind, right now... Go ahead.
I was going to say, we're going to keep the same with Elliott, Martin, and Christopher up there now. Instead of Suarez, moves down one. Christopher moves up.
Yeah, and keep in mind, too, what we were going to say. Oh, keep in mind, that Chase Elliott, Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, and Suarez, if he is still in 5th place,
5 more hard laps.
technically, then those would be
Pretty good fourth.
yeah, that is actually not really surprising either. Those guys they competed well in the first 16 races. But how about the number 4? 16-0 through the first 16 races.
Setting records. Oh, records are made to beat it.
Like, who's gonna beat this guy and win? I mean, he's won every week to this point.
Obviously, we already know who the regular season champions most likely going to be.
And guess
Not
what?
most likely, we know.
So, this race ends the broadcast for our half of the season. Twitch Sports Network 1 picks up the rest of the season. But, again, their next track after this race, which is this weekend, is Talladega. And they have a double header there. They race there on Sunday, and then they race again there next Wednesday. And this number 4 car that's in the garage area waiting for the main event, he's really good at super speedways. He swept all the super speedways last season, and so far has swept them all to this point.
It's starting to be a growing theme here.
Yeah, I mean, this guy was a rookie 2 seasons ago, but you can already consider him a veteran driver.
Yeah, how much wins he's had this early in his career?
Just a couple more here. Just a couple more here.
He averages about 20 wins a season, as next time by, they'll get the 1 to go signal, and just like the normal race, it has a white flag, so the flagger will wave the white flag on the final lap here in this first heat. And then he will throw the green and white checkered flag instead of the black and white checkered flag. So it's pretty much just like a stage. He's going to throw the white flag to indicate 1 to go, and then the green and white checkered to end the heat.
Like you're saying, you're pretty much just a stage, just different ways.
Exactly, as Chase Elliott continues to lead here on the final lap.
Christopher Martin and Chase looks like they're all going to be totally locked in. If Suarez, like you were saying, if he's still in 5th, we can have our top 4 right there going into heat number 2.
And heat 1 will come to an end. Off turn 4 comes Elliott, and across the line. And let's see who's moving on. So Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, and Daniel Suarez have all advanced to the main event in heat number 1.
Congratulations to those 4.
How about that?
Honestly, I don't know if we could have got a better top 4 for that either.
Yeah.
To be honest, I That was one of the best heats I think we could have gotten.
Do you think I should back out and then like just come back into the race? That way it mixes it up so it's not the same people. Because I don't want it to be the like Chase Elliott up front every heat.
Because every heat just switches positions. So that would make sense.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna back out and then. Alright, so we're gonna pretend we're on commercial break while we do this. So just don't go anywhere though, because Heat 2 coming up, and in Heat 2 only the top 3 advance. This was the only one that had the odd number 4. Alright, so end race weekend. Okay, so why don't we just, since it's commercial, why don't we just discuss that heat?
Yeah, that was a very nice, clean, pretty one. No, I don't believe there was any cautions. It was just a very nice, hard-fought race.
Yeah, and last season, keep in mind, for back-to-back seasons, Martin Truex Jr. has advanced to the main event in heat number 1.
Well, that's good for him. That means he's very consistent at this track. Maybe when they come, maybe in the regular season, that means that he might be one of the best players at this track. So I'm sure that proves to be in his favor.
Welcome to the start of the round of 8. I'm Alex Hayden.
Okay, well it says the start of the round of 8, but we're ignoring that. I don't know what Alex Hayden is, what was in his coffee today, but not the round of 8 yet, Alex. Calm down, buddy.
Not quite yet. A little bit early.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Heat number 2. Looks like Chase Briscoe gonna be in the lead. Green flag is out, and Heat 2 is underway.
Clear.
So again, we're ignoring the number 4 car. As look at this! Look at this! We got Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, Corey LaJoie, and Michael McDowell? Or actually no, just Chase Briscoe, Kurt Busch, and Corey LaJoie that could make the next one. Michael McDowell could get into the top 3 if he gets around Corey LaJoie.
Honestly, those 2 drivers have both had fairly decent seasons. I think they would have had the chances as the driver to get voted in. So
Yeah.
that would be very nice to see one of those 2 get in.
Yeah, honestly, Corey LaJoie, I mean, he has good seasons. He's came so close to winning. He just comes up so close.
Yep, hit the McDowell. They come close, but just can never just finish it out when it comes in clutch.
So, keep in mind, for anybody that just tuned in, the number 4 has automatically advanced to the main event. So, just ignore him until we say we're at the main event. So, technically, Chase Briscoe is still leading. Chase Briscoe is the leader here. Just, if the number 4 gets in front of him and wins it, then it gives the others a chance to fight with second place to try to take the lead. But it doesn't really matter if you take the lead, because guess what? As long as you're in that top 3, you're still going to the All-Star race. And what a better track than to hold it here in Sin City. I mean, Sin City was cold and empty, courtesy of the weekend. See what I did there? But it's not cold and empty now. It's very hot with gas pedals slammed to the floor, pedal to the metal. 200 miles an hour around this track. And keep in mind, this guy was just a rookie, and you were there too. You were in that race with the number 4, who's also in the pits. And you 2 got dumped. You 2 could have won the All-Star race that year. You got dumped. Well, the number 4, he went on to win the All-Star race last season here. And honestly, he's my favorite to go back-to-back in the All-Star race tonight. I mean, look at this, 16-0 during the first 16 races of the season. Like, he's got to be a favorite to win it, right? Even though it's not for points.
Oh, yeah.
Like, back-to-back, he really performs well in this next-gen car, too. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Performing well in the next-gen car. as we're gonna be have 7 laps to go next time by. And looks like not Kurt Busch, so used to Kurt, but looks like Tyler Reddick has taken over first place. But Chase Briscoe doesn't have to worry because he's going to be in the All-Star race as long as he finishes in that top 3. Oh! But we got an interesting top 3 there for a minute, as Michael McDowell has knocked Corey LaJoy out. Can Michael McDowell get to the All-Star race?
Well, right now it's looking in his favor, so it is.
I know. It is just crazy.
Well, that's good. It's an All-Star weekend for a reason.
Exactly. I mean, it was supposed to be this past weekend, but we were busy doing things, so the Truck and Xfinity race here has been moved to tomorrow. So that will be both those races will be tomorrow, later in the day. But we decided to do Cup Series on Monday so we can get them to Talladega pronto. As the Ford got a little bit below that apron, a little bit. You don't want to go down there.
So right now, we're Reddick. Looks like, and it's all good.
Oh, wait a minute. I caught myself again. The Ford doesn't exist on the track, so he didn't go below the apron. How silly.
What do you mean by it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I drank some of Alex Hayden's coffee earlier.
Honestly, I wouldn't buy it. As we have a silly guy right there talking.
I know, right? Dude, I wish we could sound more like Mike Joy and Clint Boyer, though. I can, if I do the proper voice, I can sound like Rick Allen when I do my Twitch broadcast. As we have 4 laps to go in heat number 2. And remember, this time only the top 3 advance. Heat 1 was the only oddball number where 4 drivers could advance. And those drivers were Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, and Daniel Suarez. Mr. Worldwide has a car in the All-Star race. And speaking of which, we have him joining us in the booth. So, Mr. Worldwide, I gotta know, how does it feel to have one of your cars in the All-Star race?
Good.
Very good.
Proves to me that this wasn't a mistake.
Exactly, man, exactly. You and Justin make a great team. So, who you think's gonna win the All-Star race tonight, Mr. Worldwide? Oh,
Suarez.
that never even happens, but because the 4 doesn't exist.
Come on, man, it's not even a question. Obviously it's Suarez.
Now, that's a good pick, but thinking about what we were talking about earlier, what do you think about this 4 going 16-0?
Well, we've got to be 16-1 after next week.
You think so? You think so? I don't know, man. Talladega is one of his best tracks.
I'll see you next week.
As we have the white flag out for heat number 2.
So right now it would be, looks like Reddick, McDowell. I can't see the other guy.
I think it was Briscoe, but we'll see for sure.
Yeah.
Stay behind these cars so that way you don't lap them. Alrighty, so heat number 2, checkered flag, green and white checkers out. And how about that? Tyler Reddick wins heat 2, and look at that! Chase Briscoe just barely gets into the final spot.
I'm sure he'll be happy about that.
Alright, so real quick before we start the final heat race, let's interview the guys from heat 1 and heat 2. So, but before we start that, let's get them documented. And yes, I actually have to write these down so I can keep track of it. Alright, to make this shorter though, we're going to talk to all 4 from heat 1 at once. So, Alright guys, y'all won your way into the All-Star race by finishing in the top 4 in Heat 1. How are we feeling?
I mean, pretty good. We're gonna go in here, we're gonna get the easy win.
Okay.
We're gonna get out of here.
Alright, and we're gonna talk to all 3 of them at once. So guys, and that was in Heat 2. How are you guys feeling? You are in the All-Star race, therefore your car no longer exists on the track, but we're not gonna talk about that.
I mean, I just can't wait to get the $1 million. Come home to our families, show them the million.
Exactly.
Best part of the day.
And keep in mind, those last chance qualifiers, last chance qualifier 1 and last chance qualifier 2, those are 60 laps apiece. No stages, only cautions exist. So that's the only way it's going to be short, and that's going to be a long run, 60 laps in those last chance qualifiers. Then you have a 134 lap All-Star Open broken into 3 stages. And then you have the 134 lap All-Star race, but the All-Star race is also broken into stages. So that makes that shorter too.
Yep.
I gotta try to hurry up because it plays music and I don't want to get copyrighted. Nope, we're not going to listen to Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. We're going to get in there and get ready for the final heat race.
Music.
How do you do that?
You can just, it's in your like audio settings. You can just hit music and.
Okay, I'm going to have to do that. That way we don't
That's
get
what I did for
copyrighted.
SRX too. I don't know.
So, this is the final heat race. There's only 3 heat races. So, only 3 more drivers can get into the All-Star race by the heat races. However, that's not their last chance to get in. They got the 2 last chance qualifiers and the whole All-Star Open.
Welcome
Now keep
to
in
the
mind,
start of the round
in
of
the
8.
All-Star
I'm
Open,
Alex Hayden. This is Las
the
Vegas.
Stage 1
You
winner,
can bet you'll
the
see
Stage
some
2 winner,
gambles
and the
from our
race
8
winner
playoff
all
drivers
advance.
in tonight's
But that is when
event.
we determine the
With 2
fan
races
vote
after
winner.
tonight, and the short track.
Also, now, like we said, if the fan vote winner locks himself in the final heat, or one of the last chance qualifiers, or the All-Star Open, then it goes to the runner-up. And then if the
I'm not gonna lie
runner-up
to you.
advanced already, then it goes to the runner-up.
To be honest, I have a feeling Eric Jones is going to be the
Clear,
fan vote
clear.
winner. I just have that weird feeling.
We will have to find out. Alright, green flag's out. Todd Gillen gonna lead this. How about that?
Stay right. All clear.
And Joey Logano and Austin Cindric are the 3 cars that can advance. So this is the final 13 lap run. Then it's 60 laps 2 times. So we got 60 laps and then another 60 laps. And then it's 134 and another 134. Joey Logano jumps out to the lead. And look at that, Ty Gibbs in 4th place there. How do you feel about Ty Gibbs joining the 18 and Kyle Busch moving to the 8?
I think those are good changes. You know, definitely some possible creative fighting changes. I think they'll all work out for the better. Kyle goes back to Chevrolet. Reddick moves to Toyota.
Yeah.
Some
And
interesting changes.
keep in mind, Kyle, like we were talking about here, he started off in Chevy. He used to race for Hendrick Motorsports. Everybody thought he was going to end up back at Hendrick Motorsports. But then it was surprised that he went to RCR. But if you think way back into the summer, like around July, way before the playoffs and the championship, Tyler Reddick announced in 2024, after the 2024 season, he was going to leave RCR to join 2311. Well, then Kurt Busch's concussion happened. That took him out the rest of the season. And then
took his career away.
And possibly took his career away.
Well, pretty much did. He's pretty much retired. That was pretty much his career summed up right there.
But then Richard Childress, he's like, well, Tyler's just going to leave anyway, so I'm going to sign Kyle Busch to the 8, which leaves Tyler Reddick without a ride. Denny Hamlin then buys out Tyler Reddick's RCR contract to put him on his team, 23-11.
And I don't think that race can get much better. With
No.
Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace, I mean, that's already a top tier team. That's some of the most popular drivers on the team. Both of those cars had a win last year. The 45 had, I believe, 2 wins.
Yeah.
Oh, technically 2 in the 45. Bubba had one as a replacement, and then Kurt had one in the 45. So both drivers having a win.
And you know what?
Now you're adding someone who's even possibly better than him, so I think that might be a championship contender or deep playoff.
But you know what's better? When Bubba won that race and silenced all the haters.
That was something.
He put the haters to sleep. But then, of course, they use the excuse, oh, it's not in his own car. Then the controversy between him and Kyle Larson at Vegas. Which, I think
I just paid for a WWE fight.
yeah.
I just paid to see MMA.
But I think that, because you're asking these guys to strap in a car and go 200 miles an hour around a racetrack for 36 weekends in a row.
Plus for hours and hours at a time.
Yeah, for hours and hours at a time. So I think what really happened there is I think Bubba thought that Kyle was trying to wreck him, so he returned the favor, but didn't realize, hey, this could cause injury if I turn this guy at 200 miles an hour. And then he got all a bunch of hate and stuff, but you really think about it, you know, while Kyle, I don't think, meant to get into him, these drivers, like I said, their adrenaline's up, so their adrenaline's up, so yeah, they have low patience, and if they think you're driving like a jackwagon, they're gonna react to it.
That stuff's always gonna happen every school.
5 more.
Yes, it is.
5 more.
As there's 5 to go in the final heat race. Keep in mind, Chase Elliott already advanced in the first heat, so he does not exist, so he is not sitting third right now. But
And he just wants to requalify.
exactly, he's trying to requalify, but that can't happen, sorry. So again,
Funny,
during
you know, let that happen.
the
They're
last
just on the track like,
yeah. During the last chance qualifiers and the All-Star Open, we are going to ignore any cars automatically advanced to the main event. That includes the 4. Once we get to that main event, then you don't have to ignore that number 4 Gear Inch Tools Mustang. You can admire it.
Also, after the race, if you want, I can help make some more code.
Yeah.
Because I have a really good one in my head. I just want to make it.
So about 3 laps to go as they head down the Nellis straightaway. And now coming to 2 to go. Man, this heat sure flew by fast, but when you only get 3 13-lap runs, it's not exactly going to be the longest race ever.
That's one way to call it.
As the white flag will be out next time by. But look at how well this next-gen car races. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
These cars are looking like some of the best cars we've ever seen in this sport.
I mean, and on some of the cars, the number moved forward actually fits it, but on others, it would have been better if it would have just been left where it was.
Well, at the end of the day, the Ford still hasn't one of the best vehicles that we could play.
As the final lap, and we were a day late and $1 short of saying that, as now the green and white checkered comes out, and Joey Logano wins Heat 3, so he will automatically advance
Hey, I told you.
to the All-Star race, along with Ty Gibbs. And how about Kyle Larson?
I was not expecting him to make it. So. Hey, remember what I said at the beginning? I said Logano was gonna make it in.
Where'd Kyle Busch finish at? Just curious. He finished all the way in 28th. Nope, hit view victory lane.
Whoops.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there, guys. We're just gonna ignore that, okay? There's totally not horses on a trophy. People totally aren't cheering. There isn't an old man climbing out of this car.
No. There isn't an old guy in a gear wrench outfit in a Ford Mustang.
So let's talk to those three now. So how are you all feeling about advancing to the main event?
I think we got the best odds out of everybody. Everybody we've seen so far, they got in too early. We're riding all the momentum right now.
Also, make sure you keep talking until I turn down the music volume.
Alright, I don't even know.
I got it. Okay.
Right.
It's down.
Like I said, since we just got in, I mean, we're gonna start right back up in a couple minutes. We just raced last, so we're gonna carry that momentum right away. These other guys are getting cold just sitting down the whole time. We've been in here, we're ready to go.
Yeah. So, both last chance qualifiers, there's only 2 of those. And it's the top 3 only. So let's get right into it, because it's a long run. So again, we're ignoring anybody that already advanced, which is Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, and Kyle Larson are all automatically into the main event. Could not speak there for a minute.
Yeah, I can hear that. Oh, that was a interesting second there.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
it was
start
like
of
I
the
was
round of
gasping
8.
for air
I'm
that I
Alex
never
Hayden.
got.
This is Las Vegas, and you can bet you'll see some gambles from our 8 playoff drivers in tonight's event. With 2 races after tonight, and the short track wild card.
I think it could have been a lot worse than that, so woohoo.
Alright. Oh, 67 laps, my bad. But Alex Bowman is going to lead the field to green. Cody Ware and Ross Chastain. Those are going to be interesting. Those are going to be definitely some interesting drivers if they advance. Alex Bowman, though, not really, because he's a really good race car driver. But Cody Ware, I mean, in real life, he's usually spinning round and round and round and round.
But you're saying it too nicely. You're putting it too nice. If you want to say it how it really is.
Crashing and burning and taking out his teammates with him and taking out other cars. That's how it goes in real life.
He's also on We're Racing, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's on the worst team, possibly the worst driver in the sport, and that's not a good combination. You know, it's not the best combination.
So, we hate to spoil the surprise, but Joey Logano, as we're going to pause for a minute, Joey Logano was the fan vote winner. However, he automatically advanced to the main event there in Heat 3. So therefore, it will now go to one of the runner-ups. Tyler Reddick was the runner-up. However, he too automatically advanced. Chase Briscoe was the 3rd runner-up, and he too automatically advanced. So
hopefully Christopher Bell can get in. I mean, not Christopher Bell, Aaron Jones.
So it's going to be an interesting driver, unless if he wins one of the last chance qualifiers or one of the events in the All-Star Open.
Yep. Come on, Jones, I'm rooting for you, buddy. Go get Legendary Motor Club a win.
What's up, Jordan?
Go get Legendary Motor Club its first win.
Yes, sir, and we forgot to mention that. It's now no longer Petty and GMS Racing, it's now Legendary Motor Club.
That's kind of sad. I can have a team named Petty anymore in Nascar.
Well, if you think about it this way, yeah, you still will because it's ran by Richard Petty. Lag! Massive lag there.
I don't even want to know what happened. I'm just sitting here. Lag. What?
So, we thought it was only 60 laps, it's actually 67. Regardless, still a pretty long run here, with no stages. But, after Last Chance Qualifier 2, then we start to get into where there will be stage racing, which will be broken up into 3 stages. And Ross Chastain has taken over the lead. So Alex Bowman falls to second. Regardless, as long as he falls within the top 3, when the checkered flag waves, which will still be the green and white checkered, then he will move on to the All-Star race. Okay.
I'll see you later.
Alrighty, so our broadcasting partner will be stepping aside for a few. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we still got it. And we might have to see some pit stops here in this since it's a longer run. So be prepared to experience a pit stop. Especially with the brand new next-gen car. This is, besides the Coca-Cola 600, this is one of our longest nights of the season because there's so much that we do all in one night to prepare for the main event for this. But we are actually, after these, we will be halfway to the main event. So a 67 lap run. Guys, look at all these cars in the back.
All clear.
Definitely not going to win yourself into the main event from back here.
Stay right. Clear, clear.
As we're on lap 14 of 67.
Stay right, stay right. All clear, all clear. One left. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Got one right. All clear. Stay left. Clear all around. Got one right.
Ryan Priest in 32nd.
Clear all around. Clear all
William
around.
Byron in 31st.
Two on the outside.
A lot of the good cars are in the back here.
Clear all around. Stay left. Stay left. Clear all around. Car right. All clear.
As contact with Noah Gregson
All right, hold your line.
is the car
Clear,
behind
clear,
him.
clear. Three wide middle. Got one right. Got one right. All clear. All clear. One left. One left. One left. One down low. All right, hold your line. Clear, clear. Got one left. Clear all around. One left. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Got one right. Clear, clear, clear.
And the Ford does not have all that damage because he does not exist out there right now.
Car right, car right. Clear all around.
There's the 8 of Kyle Busch. Oh!
Stay right.
Ryan Blaney hooks him
Clear all
because the
around.
Ford doesn't exist. And there's not caution done. That's not good if there's no cautions on.
Clear all around.
But we're already 17 laps in, so we will just have to remind ourselves to turn them on for the next last chance qualifier. I thought there was cautions on. I guess not as, whoa, look at this.
Got one right.
There should be cautions.
Clear,
There's
clear,
cars
clear.
stopped in the middle of the track.
Car right. Clear, 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 clear.
Well, if the Ford was in this race, though, he'd be a mess. He'd have to go to his backup car. But he's not, so all that damage does not exist either.
Stay left. All clear. One left. Clear, clear. Got one left. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Got one left. Still next to you. All clear.
Has 48 laps to go.
Got one left. Clear all around. Got one left. Low, low. Clear, clear, clear.
.47 laps to go here in last chance qualifier number 1, and a big wreck with no cautions. We're going to pretend that there was a caution and that they just got back to green.
Stay right. Stay high.
There was multiple cars involved in that one.
All right, hold your line. Stay left. All clear. Stay left. All clear. left. Clear, clear.
By the way, Ross Chastain continues to lead.
Car right. Clear, clear, clear. Got one left. Low. Still there. Still there. Clear all around. Stay right. Stay right. One down low.
That car does not exist on the track either. It'd be nice if we could have got the others around it.
Car right.
So
Clear,
anybody
clear, clear.
involved in that massive wreck, they're definitely going to have to go to a backup for the next last chance qualifier. And their crews, if it's minor damage to the cars, their crews can try to fix them in case the backup car is crashed.
Clear all around. One left. All right, hold your line. All clear.
We're going to pause for a minute because I got to get the other pair of glasses. These ones are hurting my ears. Okay, let's resume action. Lap 26 of 67. When we get to lap 30, we'll have 38 laps to go. Getting close to the end of this one. Would have been a little bit closer if I had remembered to turn on cautions. But cautions are supposed to be on for these ones since they're longer races.
Car right. Clear all around. Clear all around.
Gives the 47 a push.
One
Gives him
left.
a little more bump there.
Clear all around.
And after this one, there will be a short race break. And it's going to be a really short one. It's not going to be a long one. But there will be a short race break. And then we'll get in with heat race, or last chance qualifier number 2. As we have 37 laps to go. Next time by is 38 this time. And there's Eric Armarola, the Four's teammate, who's not in with the Four yet. And he has damage from that last wreck. So that car will get fixed up as long as it's minor damage. And he'll go to a backup car. Now, if he advances in this last chance qualifier, then he'll go to a backup car for the All-Star race. And they won't worry about it. Harrison Burton, though, tore up a bunch there. He'll have to go to a backup car for the rest of the night. There ain't no way they're going to fix that car. Oh, they might be able to fix it. Never mind. Approaching Kyle Busch. He was the one that got turned. And looks like no damage. He just got turned. So he'll be able to stay in that car until it does get damaged. Which during these longer runs, that's when cars, you know, they're trying to get into that top three. They get aggressive, and that's when wrecks happen. Because these longer races, I mean, yeah, they have time to get up there, but they want to get up there now so they don't have to race in the next round.
3 wide, 2 down there, 1 left, clear, clear, clear.
Because no driver wants to go 67 laps just to have to go another 67 laps because they didn't advance. But unfortunately,
Clear all around.
some of these drivers will, because only 3 can move on to the main event automatically. And then they have to do 67 more laps to determine 3 more drivers. And then it's 134 laps with stages and cautions to determine the rest of the field.
Till we pit.
And there will be pit stops. And will there be any takers now? If the 4 is the only car that goes down, since we're pretending he's not out on the track yet because it's not the main event, we're just gonna say no takers. We'll have to see if there's any more takers.
Alright, be ready. Hit pit road in a few laps.
Yes, during the race break, the drivers will be able to get out of their cars and stretch for a few minutes. And back out on the track, everybody goes. If there was any takers, we did not see any, so there are 30 laps to go next time by. So if you made it this far, we're almost to 30 to go. And when they cross the line, it will be 30 to go in this last chance qualifier. Then it will be a 5-minute race break. So like we said, not too long, but not too short. They give the drivers a minute to step out of their cars. If they are competing again, obviously if you automatically advance, you go behind the wall back to the garage area. And park next to the 4. And everybody else that already advanced in the heat rounds. And then you get to climb out of your car until the All-Star race. And then once after the All-Star Open, whoever didn't advance to the All-Star race, they pack it up and head down to Talladega. There are 28 laps to go. So, last chance qualifier number 2, which will be the final last chance qualifier, will be another 67 laps, this time with cautions turned on. Just in case another big wreck like that happens. And then, yeah, like we said, we get to the All-Star Open, which is literally everybody's final chance to qualify for the race. Plus, we determined the new fan vote winner because three of the final 4 already automatically advanced, and there's still one remaining in that final 4 from voting that did not automatically advance, and he can win the fan vote as long as he does not automatically advance in another round.
3 wide, 2 outside. 3 wide, 2 outside.
So if he can survive this last chance qualifier 2 and the whole All-Star Open, then he can win the fan vote. And we're not saying that name until he is eliminated from contention.
Got 1 left. 3 wide, 2 down there. Clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear.
And then if we need
3 wide, you're up top.
to determine a fan vote, we will go with the first driver that is eliminated from the main event, meaning after the All-Star Open, whoever the first car is that finished outside outside of first place, which will be second place, wins the fan vote. And we've never had to do that so far. The fan vote winner last year won it. Unfortunately, we've had this year, our fan vote winner actually won his way in by winning the final heat race. So now we have to go to the backups. It's just like going to a backup car. You crash one, and you have to go to a backup.
Got 1 right. All clear. Got 1 right. All clear.
As we are inching closer to 20 to go. About 22 more laps here in this one. And hang in there, folks. Not only do we need the support, hang in there because
all clear.
These drivers will make sure you're on the edge of your seats. as there's 21 laps to go. And we will be setting an actual timer, so we'll know when the 5 minutes is up.
All clear. Car right. Got one
With
left.
about
All
60
clear.
seconds to go in the break, that's when the drivers will make their way back into their cars
Got one left.
if they have to compete in the last chance qualifier number 2. If you don't, then you sit and wait for the main event.
Clear, clear, clear. Car right. Clear all around. Clear all around. Car right. Clear, clear. Got one right. All clear.
As we
All
are
right.
down to 18 to go.
Stay
Actually,
left.
19 to
Clear all
go.
around. Stay left. Got one right.
No, it might be 18.
Clear, clear.
Whatever.
Got
Whatever
one
it
right.
is.
Clear, clear, clear.
Hang in there, folks. And whoa, the Ford. That does not exist. Dang, Alex
Clear,
Hayden,
clear.
you sure got us on that coffee. Whoa, around goes the one after
clear.
contact with a car. We're going to pretend it's a caution, but now we're going to pretend we just took the green flag again.
Car right. All clear.
That was the one of Ross Chastain. If he is still the leader, he definitely lost it there and might have lost a few positions. And you guys are about to hear a train horn because there's another train outside. Okay, I know I do not have my window open. I don't get how it's still that loud. But anyway, lap 53 is 67, and there's some takers on pit road.
Car right. Clear all around.
More takers. Kyle Busch in another car.
Car right. All clear. Car right. Stay right. All clear. You're in the middle here. 3 wide. Stay left. Clear all around. All clear.
Who's coming off a pit road there. Oh, a car that doesn't exist on the track, and because he's already advanced. Oh, he didn't go off pit road at all because he's behind the wall in the garage. 11 laps to go. Laps to go at the line, and we're not even sure who's moving on yet, because this is how far out of hand this race got. And it's hard to believe that there's one more of these to do after the 5-minute race break. And that's when we'll do analysis from the first half of the night here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And during that analysis will pretty much be who's all in the main event. And that should eat up some of the time. And then with 60 seconds to go in the break, drivers make their way back to their cars, at least the ones competing in the next last chance qualifier race. As we've been down to 7 laps to go. It's going to be 6 at the line. We're going to talk about the crash that happened here in Last Chance Qualifier 1. And a few, or at least one spin, actually 2 spins, and how they played a role in the outcome. As we are down to 5 laps to go at the line. 5 laps to go in Last Chance Qualifier number 1. Four to go. Down to the final 3 at the line. And we appreciate the 3 people watching that stuck with us.
3 more to go.
Continue to stick with us. That's all we ask. Here it is, the final lap of last chance qualifier number 1.
Got one right.
Keep in mind there's still one more 67 lapper to go, and that will be occurring after 5 minutes of break time and analysis and talking about the Chastain and Kyle Busch spins. Off turn 4. Cody Ware. Are you kidding me? Cody Ware advances to the All-Star race with Eric Jones and Alex Bowman. Cody Ware wins last chance qualifier number 1. After a wild 67 lap run, Eric Jones gets in the second position and Alex Bowman in the third position. Okay, so keep in mind, we now go to a 5-minute race break. And the drivers will be making their way back to the cars with 60 seconds to go. And that timer starts now. So we will be back in just a second to start going over analysis from the first half of the race. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so 3 minutes 19 seconds left. Let's do a breakdown. So first off, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, and Daniel Suarez all advanced to the main event in Heat 1. Chase Elliott wins Heat 1. Heat 2, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, and Chase Briscoe all advanced to the main event. Tyler Reddick, the winner of Heat 2. Heat 3, Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, and Kyle Larson advanced to the All-Star race. Joey Logano wins Heat 3. Last chance qualifier 1. It was crazy. Cody Ware, Eric Jones, and Alex Bowman all advanced to the All-Star race. Cody Ware wins last chance qualifier number 1.
Amen.
So Cody Ware, we gotta know how you feel, man. You are in the All-Star race. You have never won anything in the Cup Series.
Surprised.
Alright, and Cody's going to be joining us to talk about the Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain spins. Ross Chastain's spin affected the outcome. He got knocked out in this race, so therefore he has to race in the last chance qualifier number 2. How do you think that's going to affect Ross Chastain's outcome for tonight, Cody?
Well, it's better for me, but for him it's going to make it a lot harder for him to get anywhere. It's going to kill his momentum.
And we didn't mention this, but Cody will be joining us in the booth for last chance qualifier number 2, and then the winner of last chance qualifier number 2 will join us for the All-Star Open. So, Cody, without further ado, how about we get last chance qualifier number 2 underway?
Right.
After the timer runs out, we're down to 1:29. Drivers will be back in their cars at exactly 1 minute.
Alright.
So, as our broadcast partner Andrew makes his way back into the booth, we are joined by Cody Ware, who shocked everyone and won last chance qualifier number 1. First off, congratulations, Cody, as the drivers have all been back in their cars. Window nets are up, and when the timer runs out, we will get last chance qualifier number 2 underway, the final last chance qualifier before the All-Star Open.
Yep. Can't wait to get going.
Cody Ware, I am so happy for you, man. You deserve it.
Thank you.
As okay, since there was 30 seconds to go anyway, we're just gonna start. So here we go. Last chance qualifier number 2. Actually, we have to back out because I forgot to turn on cautions. But it is another 67 lap run with cautions. And we might have to switch the controller soon.
Why, your controller's about to die?
It's 1 bar. But that 1 bar should make it through these 67 laps.
Welcome to the start of the round of 8. I'm Alex Hayden. This is Las Vegas, and you can bet you'll see some gambles from our 8 playoff drivers in tonight's event.
No, I don't want to charge it at the same time.
With 2 races after tonight, and the short track...
Yep, let's quit to the main menu because gotta turn on cautions. I wish it didn't take as long to load. Okay, since NASCAR rules are on, I'm guessing that means cautions will be on too. Splashy?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. That's just the name, code name, by the way, guys. We're joined by Andrew in the booth. Wish it wouldn't take as long to load, though.
It takes a while.
Yeah. I do miss the 2021 cars, though, because it seemed like they had a lot more gloss to them, and they actually looked nicer than the 2020 cars did.
Yeah, I like the next gen ones. They're pretty...
Yeah,
they're...
the next gen cars are alright. The thing is, I don't like... On some of the paint schemes, certain paint schemes, I don't like the number move forward because it doesn't fit with the paint scheme.
This is Las Vegas, and you can bet you'll see some gambles from our 8 playoff drivers in tonight's event. With 2 races after
if you're NASCAR and you're gonna move the numbers forward, at least make it fit with the paint scheme. Like, that's all I gotta say.
Some of them, a lot of teams did pretty good with it. There's only a couple odd ones.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, another 67 lap one. Todd Gillen gonna lead the field to green this time. And the green flag is out, and contact between the 78 and whoever else is, we'll just say the 47. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So the three advancing right now would be Ricky Stenhouse Jr., BJ McLeod, and Todd Gilland if this race came to an end. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. made it all the way to the championship 4 last season and came up just short. So who do you think's going to win last chance qualifier number 2? Still a little early yet, considering it's 67 laps, but...
Clear.
Well, gotta think about this one.
Well, we'll go to Cody then. Cody, you think there's going to be another surprise winner?
Honestly, I think so. I think, let's see, maybe, is Noah Gregson in the game? I think he is, right?
42.
Yeah, I have a feeling Noah Gregson's going to get this one.
Alrighty, and then back to you, Andrew. Who do you think's going to win?
Well, still a little bit of a hard choice. There's a lot of people who could. A lot of people that are in already. A lot of people that might be in.
Yeah.
But my pick, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard. I'm gonna go with Bubba Wallace.
Alrighty, Bubba Wallace. Can he make it happen? Gotta get through these final 67 laps. Then it's a 134 lap with stages All-Star Open. And then that is the final event before the main event. Who's pumped for the main event? Cody, you are in the main event, dude. You gotta be pumped.
Oh yeah, you know it. I'm just waiting. Just wait. Just wait till I get out there. I'm gonna have to race in that road.
I agree.
Just wait.
So Todd Dillon continuing to lead. I would not be surprised if Todd Gillen won this thing, but keep in mind, let's go back, and we didn't get a chance to. Let's go back and break down the Ross Chastain and Kyle Busch spins from the first last chance qualifier. Cody and Andrew, how do you guys think that affected their runs tonight?
One thing we can say for sure is to kill all their momentum.
Yeah, definitely. Ross Chastain, he was in it, and he could have been the third car in, and he spun and was the first car out, and has to compete in this one, too.
One bad thing and it's over. I think that's going to kill all their momentum. I don't think they're going to do good coming into this.
Wish you could see where they're running at. As we are 6 laps into this 67-lap run. The final last chance qualifier here tonight. There's talk that the All-Star race might move to Phoenix, but it will keep the same name. It will continue to be called the Steven Stotts All-Star race, even if it is moved to Phoenix. Well, to my 2 broadcasting partners here, what do you guys think about the All-Star race moving to Phoenix?
I think it's going to be a good choice. I think it's a very nice looking track. There's a lot of good features, and I think we're going to have a good racing coming up to it.
Yeah, plus all these events leading up to the main event. I mean, it's a shorter track, so, I mean, you know, if viewers don't want to watch a long, quote-unquote, long run, it's actually going to be a much shorter run there at Phoenix. Las Vegas has held the All-Star race these past 2 seasons, and it's pretty nice here, but as you can tell, it does take a minute to get around this track. Because it's 1.5 miles. 57 laps to go in this one. And we saw in the last one, drivers had to pit, so they're going to have to do at least one pit stop before this one's over. So, they better be prepared for that. So, the winner of Heat 1 will be starting second in the All-Star race, and whoever the fan vote winner is will be starting last. I mean, all 40 cars will be there, but we're going to have to pretend it's just the amount that's written down. So, he'll be starting second, but he won't at the same time unless if the game makes him. Wish it would let you choose your lane too. So we're already 12 laps in, and you saw that the first one kind of went quickly, but how about we talk about that big crash that happened? Definitely did, and all those people involved are in backup cars, and the ones that can be fixed are being fixed right now, and the ones that are totaled, I mean, they're down to their last car here. So if they crash that, that automatically eliminates them from the All-Star race. Unless if it's a driver that is already in that we're pretending is not out there. Oh, contact with the 62 of Ty Dillon. Now, he's not in a backup car, so he will have to go to a backup car while that one gets worked on for the All-Star Open. And that could change, though. It's fixable now, but that car could be totaled by the end of the race here. Oh, the 50! He's gonna go around! Through the grass! Kaz Growler! And the flagger did not throw a caution. Spinner! And we're being told his tire blew. Alright guys, so let's break down Kaz Growler's spin there. We've seen 2 of them today already. That makes our 3rd one. Let's break it down here. You guys there?
Yeah.
Let's break down his spin there. I'll let you guys talk about it.
Got one right.
Apparently he just keeps going and just got loose or something and just lost it. If you blew a tire, there's no 100% way to see what happens.
Still next to you. Clear.
It did look like his tire was shredded, so it looked like it was a blown tire. But, I mean, yeah, he ends up around through the infield there, and if you blow a tire, there's really nothing you can do
All clear.
at that speed.
Low. Still next to you. Clear. Stay left.
So it didn't look like there was any damage because he slid through the infield grass. But they'll definitely have to probably clean that car out.
Got one right. Clear all around.
Oh, William Byron and AJ Allmendinger will have to go to backups. Damage there. They got tapped too hard by the cars behind them.
Stay right. Clear all around. Got one left. All clear.
Corey
All
LaJoy
clear.
during one of the heat races,
Got one right.
came very close
All right, hold your line. Middle of three.
To-
Middle of three.
advancing
Clear all
in
around.
the heat race, but just got knocked out.
I'm sure he's very disappointed with himself after that.
Yeah, can we talk about how there's 40 or what is it, 40, 50, something, I don't know. Yeah, 58 laps to go. No, yeah, 50 laps to go. What the heck were we saying? 50 laps to go. Sorry, guys. It's 50 laps to go. Now it's 49. In this last chance qualifier number 2 here. And coming up after this, divisional round playoffs for the NFL, a special one on Monday between the Jacksonville Jaguars and whoever their opponent is, because forgot to advance the week. So yeah, that will be coming up next after this. Let's talk about that quarterback, Urban. I mean, like, the dude's like the next Tom Brady, and I mean, what do you guys think about him?
Yeah, he's won like most of the races in this field. He's world champion.
Yeah, what do you think about Urban, the
Well,
football
it's the
player?
same thing. It's the same thing in football too. At the same time, it's the same thing in football. He's won everything there is to win.
Yeah. I mean, 17-0 during the regular season. They cannot get any better than that. I'm not sure why the flagger didn't throw a caution, though, when Kaz Rala spun through the infield. But I guess the world will never know. There's his teammate. There's the Forest teammate, Eric Armarola. He's trying to get into the All-Star race, and to this point has been struggling.
Clear, 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 clear.
But he can still get in by winning the fan vote.
Clear, clear.
If the current fan vote winner wins one of the events or gets in through the final 3 in this one, or wins one of the 3 rounds in the All-Star Open. So isn't this crazy? We're already 25 laps into this All-Star last chance qualifier number 2 race.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's almost over.
who would have thought though?
Almost set.
Todd Gillen, he's fallen back to what would be 7th. So he's fallen back to 6th place. So who's currently in 2nd? You just wonder. Is it some car that we're pretending is not even out there? Or is 6th place going to be the new 1st? Actually, that would be 1st that we're referring to. So 2nd place is technically 1st. Unless if it's a car that is already advanced. Like Joey Logano here, who could have won the fan vote had he just not won any events. But sometimes you can't help it.
Did you ever figure out who was going to win the fan vote?
Oh yeah, it was gonna be Logano.
No, I remember that. I'm saying, like, do you know who it is now?
Oh, I know who it is, but we still have to wait and see if he wins one of these events.
I don't know if you knew that.
Because if he finishes in the top 3 in this event, then he's no longer the fan vote. then we go to the next person that is not already advanced. So how it works is the league DMs the driver when they're eliminated from not the playoff race, when they're eliminated from the All-Star fan vote. They tell them, you're out, you were out in the second round. But they also say keep posted in case the main fan vote wins something and automatically advances that one. So 38 laps remain here in the last chance qualifier number 2, and then it's off to the All-Star Open, which is the final event before the main event. Are you ready to find out who the 21 cars in the All-Star race will be?
Yep.
I mean, we already know most of them. We know the 4 is in. Chase Elliott and a bunch of others are in. As that knocked Kaz Rala all the way back to last place, that spin. So Kaz probably not going to win this event here. And how do you think that's going to affect him going into the All-Star Open? You there?
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
A little bit. It's
So basically when I say it, my party just respond, since the thing's got a delay. But basically, how's that gonna affect the 50 going into the All-Star Open? Because he spun and is now in last place.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to come back from that. It's a hard thing to come back.
Now, keep in mind, if he doesn't come back from it in this event, he has 3 final chances to get into the All-Star race. He can do that by winning Stage 1, Stage 2, or the All-Star Open race. So he's not eliminated yet. And for all we know, he could finish last in this, but then win the fan vote because of how many crazy outcomes have occurred tonight.
Got one left.
You don't want to vibe in last place, though. In any race, really.
Everyone's going through the same thing like that. So why only go? Everyone's looking at big tree way up.
Yeah, exactly.
Only a few laps till we pit.
And we're gonna see if there's any takers for pit road because we're right in that fuel window. So keep in mind, if a car that does not exist on the track goes down, then that means there's no takers. Unless if the cars that do exist pit also.
Till we pit.
So does it look like there's any takers?
No, man. Well, I'm ready to see who wins this All-Star race, though.
I know. And we're definitely gonna have to pit a few times in that. You can expect the drivers to pit at the end of each of the stages, and at least once in the final stage. And it did not look like there was any takers. So maybe they're gonna stay out a few more laps?
Yeah, I would probably say they would get up to 2 or 3 laps. I wouldn't see them staying up to
Alright, top 5, here we go. Got to stay with it. Keep moving, clear all around, clear all around.
They probably can even make it 10 laps and so they'll be all good.
Car right. Clear all around. 1 left, car low.
Oh, contact! Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s around. He's not already in the main event, and there's a caution.
Yellow down.
So their cautions are on. There is a caution. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and that's gonna help. That's gonna help Ricky Stenhouse, and we're gonna ignore that this happened. But what happened there? I mean, it looked like Ricky Stenhouse just spun around in circles. Did he blow tires, maybe, from not pitting?
I'm guessing that's what happened. He pushed his luck, and now that might have been it for him in the playoffs. And not playoffs, excuse me, Allstar.
I know, it's so tempting to say playoffs, though.
Yeah. Not yet. Almost.
Yeah, we got about 10 races after this to go before the playoffs. And the green flag is back out. On lap 42 of 67.
3 wide, get 2 up top.
Some of these cars are really going to have to fight in the All-Star Open if they want to try to make the All-Star race.
3 wide, get 2 up top. 3 wide, get 2 up top. 3 wide,
Dude, imagine the Ford did exist on the track, though.
2 on the outside.
Look how many
Here's 3.
positions they'd be up.
I mean, we pretty much already know who's gonna win. So.
Well, not necessarily. The Ford can crash in the main event.
Car right.
Yeah.
Clear all around.
But it depends on if it's bad enough for a DNF or not.
All clear.
Yeah.
Car right. All clear. All clear.
There's only one way to find out. Let's see what happens.
Got 1 right. Clear all around.
So this is the final last chance qualifier. It is almost complete. Lap 44 of 67. And then it's off to, with stages, like we mentioned, a 134 lap All-Star Open. And the All-Star race is the same thing, just with only the 21 cars that made it. So the cars that got eliminated were pretending they're not even there. I wonder if we set it to 21 cars, if it would let us pick who's in and who's not.
We'll get on GTA and start getting money for our thingy.
But
I don't know if we're gonna disclose what it is right now.
nope.
So honestly, I didn't know if you were on the podcast to say it or not, so I just figured I would say that. I just saw Martin Truex's car in real life last year.
Nice.
Pits are closed. Alright, yellow flag.
Gotta get out in front. Because the others need to fight it out. There's the green flag's back out.
Stay high.
Caution came out for an incident.
Clear, clear. Stay right, stay right. Alright, hold your line. Clear, clear, clear. You're in the middle here, 3 wide. You're in the middle here, 3 wide. Alright, top 5. Here we go. back.
So we're on lap 53 of 67. Getting closer to the end of this thing, and look at that, Todd Gillen's still out in front. How about this rookie? I mean, obviously we got Cody Ware in here with us for just a few more laps, but we talked about surprise winners like Cody Ware. I mean, you got Todd Gillen out there who's not really a rookie anymore, but I mean, he's still a second-year young driver.
Yeah.
How well do you think that would help out Front Row Motorsports? I mean, they would have both of their cars in the All-Star race if he holds up.
That would be very good for the team. We haven't been having a lot good for them. So I think if they can make it, that might say that it's good time to start changing things around.
I agree. Let's try to get Todd Gillen in here, but he's got to win this or finish in the top 3. 55 of 67 is the lap.
We got a good race coming up. The Allstar race is looking pretty fast.
Yes, it is. This will get us through. After this round, this event, there will be 18 cars already in, including the 4. And then we just gotta determine the 3 others. Actually, the 4 others, because the fan vote gets in too, so that might be 22 cars in the event.
I feel like to see who they're all on.
There were some takers on pit road. They probably should have taken that chance under caution, because now that's going to take them out of contention for this, meaning they're going to have to give it their all in the All-Star Open.
Got one right. Clear. Caution.
Caution is out. The 66 got into the wall. That's what the damage was on the back of his car.
Honestly, I have a weird feeling that
And there we go. Green flag back out on lap 63 of 67.
One down low. Clear.
And Austin Dillon is not in the lead, like we thought he was. It's still Todd Gillen.
Clear.
I gotta go in like 30, 40 minutes.
Okay.
You think the race will be over by then?
This race will.
You mean like the whole all something?
No. You can still watch it though.
And tomorrow I can help with paint scoops.
Yeah. 4 laps to go. Just a reminder, the Camping World, or I want to say Camping World so bad. The Craftsman Truck Series and the NASCAR Xfinity Series will have their race that was supposed to be done on Friday and Saturday night tomorrow. Later in the day.
Doesn't sound right.
Just a few more here.
So they still got to do their races, and their all-star races though. Everybody is eligible, and it's a points race. So how about a points all-star race for the 2 minor series? Like, what do you guys think about that? By the way, that was our 3rd caution here in Last Chance Qualifier 2.
I think it's pretty good. More opportunity.
2 to go.
White flag. Next time by.
Alright, Cody. Might want to start heading down to the garage area. And thank you for coming into the booth.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Great win out there in Last Chance Qualifier number 1.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, the flagger is waving the white flag for Last Chance Qualifier number 2 and getting that green and white checkered ready for the next time by. And we will be able to tell you who exactly won Last Chance Qualifier 2 in a minute. let's see who won it. Check, green and white checkers in the air. And it goes to Todd Gilland. Todd Gilland, Austin Dillon, and Harrison Burton all get into the All-Star race. They're in Last Chance Qualifier 2, and Todd Gilland will magically teleport into the booth to join us. So, thank you for magically teleporting here into the booth, Todd Gilland.
Yeah.
Great win in Last Chance Qualifier 2. And that means you don't have to race in the All-Star Open.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, so
Happy for me.
the All-Star Open will consist of Timmy Hill, JJ Yaley, Bubba Wallace, Ty Dillon, Eric Armarola, Garrett Smidley, Cody Ware, Ross Chastain, Chris Buescher, BJ McLeod, Coy LaJoie, Ryan Preece, Noah Gregson, Josh Balicki, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Brad Keselowski, Justin Haley, AJ Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Kyle Busch, Kaz Growler, Austin Cindric, and Ryan Blaney. And let's get that underway immediately. So Todd, you won that one.
Yep.
3 cautions in it. How did you stay in contention through those cautions?
Just keeping the mindset right. I mean,
Okay.
that's about it. You gotta have the right mindset to do it all, so.
I agree, man. I agree.
Yeah. That's about it, really. Get the right mindset and...
Almost forgot to turn on stages, but I went back and turned them on. Okay, so this round we have stages. The stage 1 winner, stage 2 winner, and the race winner will advance, and then that determines the fan vote winner who will also advance. Got a lot of cars packed in here to the All-Star Open, and 3 heat races and 2 last chance qualifiers brought us to this point. As it is 9:19 and Eastern Standard Time.
Welcome to the start of the round of 8. I'm Alex
And
Hayden.
it's still not the
This
round
is
of 8,
Las
Alex
Vegas,
Hayden.
And you can bet you'll see some gambles from
Must
our
have been
8
something
playoff
really in
drivers
that coffee
tonight's
this morning.
event. With 2 races after tonight and the
remember
short
that.
track.
Alright, so here we go. 134 laps, 3 stages, cautions on, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. leads the field to green flag in the air. So keep in mind, there's 40 laps here in stage 1. If Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is still the leader at the end of the stage, then he advances, he'll go behind the wall, and he does not have to race the rest of the All-Star Open. So stage 1 only has 40 laps. So how about that? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. starting on the pole. I mean, he has 3 more chances, if not 4, to make the All-Star race. And only 38 more laps to go until the end of the stage. So this is the same number of laps per stage, or at least for stage 1, that it will be in the actual All-Star race, because it's 134 laps, just like the Open here. And we'll have to see how many stage 2 is. I would imagine 40. This ain't NASCAR Heat 5 where it makes 140 and then another 37.
True.
But yeah. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. continues to lead here in stage 1. So advancing from the last chance qualifier number 2, Todd Gilland, who's with us in the booth, Austin Dillon, and Harrison Burton. And Harrison did it in a backup car. Austin Dillon's been in the same car since the first heat race. So the good news is Harrison Burton doesn't have to worry about not being in the All-Star race because he crashed. But
That's always a good thing.
he has to worry about being taken out early when he gets into the main event if he crashes, though. Because if you crash in the main event, you don't get to go to a backup car. You're out of the race. Unless if it's a big enough crash to take you out. I'll get your announcing ready, broadcast partner, because we're going to be making sure these fans stay on the edge of their seats in that main event after this and throughout this. So we got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. leading. Do you think, because Todd Gillen practically led every lap in that last chance qualifier number 2, do you think Ricky Stenhouse Jr. can win the stage and get in?
I think he'll do it.
What do you think, Todd? You led every lap that last chance qualifier.
To be honest, I'm quite the opposite. I don't think he will do it. I think he flops. I don't think he does it.
So speaking of which, how did you manage to lead all 67 laps?
I don't even know.
Despite all that chaos out there. And then what made you decide when to pit and when not to pit?
Crew chiefs we had a pretty decent strategy that helped us obviously. Nothing's guaranteed, so it all came down to the quick crew and everything. It was quick and helped us out.
Respectable.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones who gave me fast pit stops, they're the ones who have come up with the strategy,
So,
you know.
how do you think Ricky Stenhouse, do you think he wins the stage, moves on to the All-Star race?
I don't see it happening.
So he'll still be
Yes,
out
no.
there in stage 2?
Yeah, I don't think, to be honest, I don't think he makes it at all.
Oh, that's interesting. What do you think's gonna win the fan vote?
Well,
I mean,
not a lot of
obviously,
people can win it still.
yeah, obviously that makes you ineligible because you won that event.
I don't know, I just feel like, I know Stenhouse isn't gonna get it, but I feel like people are just gonna feel bad for him and maybe vote him in.
Yeah, because voting, I mean, it opens up, if we go through everybody that was in the fan voting, then voting opens up. And the first driver to 5 votes wins. If there's a tie, then there'll be a sudden death. Whoever gets the first vote wins.
George just died.
And you're only going to be in here with us for the All-Star Open because you got to be in the All-Star race, Todd. Also, how did you feel in 2022 when you learned you were going to be driving the 38?
Well, it was nice to know that I'm finally gonna be in a higher league. That felt nice to know that I'll be in a better position.
Clear.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously good.
All clear.
Yeah. It was one of the best things that could have ever happened.
Got one left.
I agree.
Clear.
Oh! There's a little bit of contact on the track between Brad Keselowski and BJ McLeod, but it looks like we're staying green. And Todd, do you think there's been a little too much contact today?
Yeah, to be honest, I think there's more than they were trying to do. I don't know if it was all intentional or what, but it's not, it's way more than they were hoping for. So.
Do you think the aggression maybe, knowing that they're running out of chances to qualify for the All-Star race?
Yeah, that definitely could have been a factor. I can agree with that. That could be one of the factors. I mean, there's multiple things that can be
Oh! Spinner! Corey LaJoy hard into the wall. Caution is out.
And that might have just ended his chances.
So Corey LaJoy will now have to race with that damage on his car the entire thing. They're gonna have to rip the whole hood and the bumper off, front bumper off that car, because he can't go to a backup car now. What a wreck! Big wreck here.
Yeah, like I was just trying to say, that might be it.
20 laps to go here in stage 1. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. continues to lead, but Bubba Wallace jumps into second place.
Stay left. Clear all around.
I'm gonna delete Call of Duty.
Alright, that's the pass to the lead right there. Enjoy the view.
This time we will not back out. We're going to continue on, but then if Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wins stage 1, we're just going to pretend he's not in first place. So then that would move Bubba Wallace in if he's still in the first place. Alright, let's break down that big crash. Andrew, go ahead and start us off.
It's okay. I'm just trying to see something. What'd you say?
Let's break down the big crash.
Well, there's a lot that going on there. Obviously, if you look into it, let me just open up my book. Just so I can get a replay of exactly what I'm doing.
Now remember, the Ford, just for the viewers, the Ford did not cause that because he does not exist on the track. So that was...
One second, I gotta find where it is.
That was all the car that is eligible behind Corey LaJoy.
Honestly, he most likely just got loose or something. If he hasn't hit in a while, I mean, there's a lot of things that went into that. You see him start to get loose there coming out.
And just hard into the outside wall. What's up, Jordan?
As I'm seeing the replay right now, I think it looks like he flipped the apron if you go back to it. As I'm watching this replay, it looked like he might have flipped the apron there.
And then into the wall.
Yeah, he got loose, his back tire spun on the apron and hard into the wall.
At over 100 miles an hour. And that might have, you guys are right, that might have ended Corey LaJoy's day, as looks like his car is in the garage now. So instead of...
And that makes sense. I just saw how hard of a contact that was. That's not very good.
Instead of taking the front bumpers off and the hood off, they towed it to the garage. So Corey LaJoy is officially ineligible for the All-Star race, and he just threw his helmet in the garage area, so he is not very happy about that, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. Not much you can say.
He came so close in one of the heat races. Had he got in the heat race, that probably would have never happened.
But sometimes stuff doesn't go out like you want it to. He's done.
Unfortunate too. And whoever hit him is also out of the race, unless if it's a car that doesn't exist on the track right now.
Does it look like it is?
So it is a car that exists, or somebody that does it?
It's not the Ford.
No, somebody hit him after.
Who looked like possibly.
Yeah, somebody hit him after he went into the wall.
So it was C7, and I'm trying to see it was the 78. It looked like.
Oh, BJ McLeod he too is out of the race. So he too, after a strong run at the end of last chance qualifier, he too has joined.
After previous review, everyone on the field is you're out of here.
Yep. And there's the 78 being towed to his hauler. He'll pack it up and go to Talladega with Corey LaJoy, but those are some pretty smashed race
cars. And it looked like a couple
cars.
other drivers. And it looked like a couple other people even hit him after that.
Yeah, there are a few cars getting
Luckily,
fixed right now on pit road.
Yeah, I don't think they were going fast enough to get fully out of it though. So lucky for them, they got a cut of break.
But it is going to affect the outcome because...
Right.
As
switch around a lot of things.
Ross Chastain has just taken over the lead from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So Chastain, he had a spin during the first last chance qualifier. He had to race in last chance qualifier too, and now he has to race in this. And he has taken the lead from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Can he hang on and win the stage?
I think he might. I completely agree.
Alright.
Might be an unpopular opinion, I say he does.
Todd Gillen, you've been Chastained before. Do you think he's going to Chastain people in the All-Star race just to win?
100% definitely.
So you don't want him to win the stage, right?
Suspended, fine. Oh yeah, he has to get kicked out of the league. He does this stuff too much, too frequent. Get him out of here.
I remember during the last season's All-Star race, Anthony Alfredo was driving the 38, and he got into the back of Chastain, and Chastain flew through the air. And then, but he landed on all four wheels. That messed up the suspension on that car. That it looked like a lowrider. Like it literally was bouncing up and down as it was being towed back to the garage. He then jumped into a backup car and won his way in the third and final heat race. He doesn't want something like that to happen again.
That would really be a good time for him. Just leave it like that.
So lap 32 of 40. 39 laps to go. In stage one. Who do you think's gonna get it? Ross Chastain or somebody else?
Honestly, I have a feeling someone else is gonna take it.
Stay left.
Ooh, could Ricky Stenhouse Jr. maybe jump back in there?
Clear.
Possibly.
Got one left.
Race cars, it looked like he had a wrecked race car earlier and had a chance to come back. That would be a good story.
Yeah, I mean, and it was only a spin too. No damage to his car. So that's the even better part about it.
Stay right. Alright, hold your line. Alright, hold your line. Clear. Stay right. Clear.
As
Stay left.
we talk about Corey LaJoy and BJ McLeod some more out of the race.
One left.
That's not a very good
All
feeling.
clear. Stay high.
Yeah,
Alright, hold your line.
for sure they
Clear. Alright,
really
ready.
can't really
Pit
do
road.
anything
Got
about
one
it.
left. Got one left.
Just happened.
All clear.
Yeah.
Stay right. Clear.
You hate to see it, I mean, really, you do. Well, let's talk about two surprise winners in the last chance qualifiers in a row. Cody Ware and Todd Gillen. Todd,
Clear, clear.
obviously you're still new to the Cup Series, so you really haven't won anything yet either.
Got one left.
How does it feel to win that, even though it's not for
One
points?
left. Stay left. Clear all
Give
around.
us momentum.
Only a few laps to
Maybe
And
we might be
pit
able
road
to
is
compete with
closed.
this win.
Pit road is closed.
We're gonna ride that all the way through. And
And-
keep that momentum up and keep that confidence up. We can take it all the way through.
Ross Chastain wins stage 1. Under caution after somebody makes contact with the wall. So here we go. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to lead the field to green.
Pit road is
Bubba
closed.
Wallace on the outside. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the inside. Bubba Wallace on the outside, getting ready to take the green. Coming off turn 4 here. So Ross Chastain behind the wall now, right? In the All-Star race. So now it's just down to stage 2 and the final stage to determine the fan vote.
Stage winner. Now who's focused now?
Alright, here we go. 42 laps in stage 2. And we are green.
Stay left. Clear, clear, clear. Rewind. 2 outside. Rewind. 2 outside. 2 on the outside. You're 3. Got one right. Got one right. 3 wide middle. 3 wide middle. They're all around. 1 left.
Oh, Ryan Blaney around
Car right.
on the first lap
Yellow,
too.
yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
If I had possibly ended his season.
And Ty Dillon around.
Good job. Go give me one more.
Or no, that was Noah Gregson
That
around.
just possibly ended it.
Oh. And it wasn't a hard hit into the wall. It wasn't a hard hit for either of them. So that's some good news. It looks like they're staying out. They stayed out. It's just minor damage to the hood. But on the first lap. Alright, Todd, break it down for us.
Well, let's go back here and look at our replay. In a second to see what just happened here. It's kind of hard to figure out what happened. There's a lot going around, lot going on at once. Maybe they just got overwhelmed, lost where they were on the track, got loose. And that's what I would guess. But there's still, I mean, with all the stuff going on, a lot of pressure going on. They were probably just overthinking it because and just made a slip up.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
That's personally what I think. But what do you think happened there?
I think Ryan just, yeah, like you said, misjudged, jerked the wheel, and there was a surprise waiting for him into the outside wall. But not hard. You could see he hit the brakes and spun out. And nobody even got into him. He just spun out. The car just spun. As you can see all that cloud of smoke there, he's in the brakes at that point. And at about 5 miles per hour, bounces into the outside wall.
Stay right. Clear, clear, clear. Pits are closed. Yellow,
Caution
yellow, yellow.
is out. The second one of this All-Star Open. Stenhouse to lead the field back to green, and green flag back in the air.
Close. Still next to you. Clear all around. Stay right.
Can't even tell what happened there. The caution just come
All
out.
right. Clear, clear. Got one left. Clear all around. Pit entry is
Oh,
red.
there's
All right,
another
yellow
caution.
flag. One left. Stay high. Still there.
So literally next time by will be 20 laps to go.
Clear, clear. Stay right.
Already.
Clear, clear.
We're already down
Clear,
to 20
clear.
laps to go
Got one left.
because we've had 3 whole cautions in this
Clear, clear.
stage of the All-Star Open. What do you all think all about that?
Well, the one thing I can think is there's a lot going on. I mean, I think this one's going to be a close one coming to the end, and there's only one way to see what's going on, and that's to watch to the end.
I agree. Todd, what do you think?
Pretty much the same thing you just said, man.
And
only one can be victorious.
And for the All-Star race, we got Randy Moss joining us in the booth, and you already know there's going to be some mossing going on. He's gonna be saying drivers are getting mossed left to right. A football player joining us to broadcast a NASCAR race. Can't get any better than that.
Well, it's true. You can't get much more than football and NASCAR combined in the race.
So keep in mind, only 42 laps here in stage 2. The winner obviously advances to the All-Star race. They'll go behind the wall while the final stage gets underway. Ross Chastain just got back there.
See you later, man.
See ya. Alright, our broadcast partner is out again. And it's just us. But Chastain has climbed from his car and getting ready to wait out the main event. So, lap 27 of 42. Looks like a car made contact with the wall.
Keep going backwards. We're going to get disqualified. Pit entry
And the
red.
caution is out. Gonna ignore all that happened because the 4 is technically not in the race.
One left.
And the green flag. Back out on 34 of 42. Stenhouse Jr.
One left.
Can he win the stage?
One down low. Clear, clear. One left.
He finished second in stage 1 to Ross Chastain. Continues to lead here. Seeing if he can win stage 2.
We'll be pitting in about 5 laps.
And we're going to see if there's any takers for pit road.
Leader just hit pit road.
Doesn't look like there's any yet.
We'll be pitting in about 5 laps.
it's lap 36 of 42 now, and no takers that time on pit road. As it's almost time for the final stage of the All-Star Open, ladies and gentlemen. And after the final stage, we'll be able to tell you who the fan vote winner is. Four laps to go here in stage 2 of the All-Star Open. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., as long as he's still out in front, he can win his way into the All-Star race by winning stage 2. He'll go behind the wall while everybody else goes into the final stage. And then the winner of the All-Star Open and the fan vote winner joins Stenhouse and Chastain and the others in the All-Star race main event, which is 134 laps also.
Car right. Clear, clear. Stay left. Clear, clear, clear. Stay right, stay right. All clear. Car right.
Oh, Haley hard into the wall. Caution is out. And therefore, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. does win stage 2 under caution. So he advances. Alright, it's just time to determine the winner of the All-Star Open and the fan vote winner. And the number 4 has a suit and helmet on. Everybody else has their suits and helmets on. Same with Ricky Stenhouse and Chastain. They're climbing from their cars. And they are ready to go in the main event because these are the final laps of the All-Star Open. Alright, 52 laps to go. And Josh Balicki going to be out of the All-Star race also.
Clear, clear, clear. Three wide, get two up top. Now one
With
right.
heavy damage there.
Three wide.
Oh, and Gregson gets a little contact into the
Watch the
wall.
lights.
Caution
Pit road
is out
closed.
on lap 1 in the final stage. And back to green. William Byron. If he can win the All-Star Open, he can advance to the All-Star race. And then all 4 of the Hendrick drivers would be in. There's Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, and Chase Elliott are already in. A lot of takers on pit road. Don't really need to take much on pit road now. But William Byron currently leading here at Vegas. There will be a 5-minute race break again before the All-Star race. After this, caution's out.
Pit road is closed. Pit road is closed.
Dang, good thing Martin Truex Jr. doesn't exist on the track and he's already in. That's a lot of damage.
Clear all around. Got one left. All right, keep it high. Still next to you. Still next to you. Clear all around. Stay left. Clear, clear, clear. One left, one left.
Oh.
All clear.
Looked like somebody might have spun. No, they didn't. We're still green. About 35 to go in the All-Star Open.
Got one right. Slow down. Caution's out.
Caution waves again. This has been caution build so far. With the green flag's back out.
Clear, clear, clear.
Oh, William Byron! That's going to affect him, and that's going to bring out another caution. As AJ Allmendinger enters the chat. Green flag.
Clear, clear.
On lap 30 of 52. Here in the final stage, because there was 52 to go, but in reality it's 112 of 134.
Alright, hold your line. Clear, clear.
Oh! I think somebody went around. Somebody went into the wall.
Got one right. All clear.
Never mind, never mind.
Middle of 3.
You stay green. They got back on the track.
Stay right. Got one right. All clear. All clear. Alright, be ready. Hit pit road in a few laps. Pit entry is red. Alright, yellow flag. Stay right. Alright, hold your line. Clear, clear.
Trying to get rid of the people that don't exist. So that the drivers that do exist out there get a fair shot.
Car right.
And we don't have to go through like a ton of
Let me
like...
know when you're ready. Running low on fuel, my guy. Let me know when you're ready. Clear. yellow, yellow.
So it's been a wreck-filled All-Star Open, that's one thing's for sure. We'll have to see how good the All-Star, or how wreck-filled the All-Star race is. But a wreck-filled All-Star Open, as drivers are trying to get into the All-Star race. And this is their final chance to do so. They have only a few laps left. As everybody else hit pit road, so there's plenty of takers. And lap 125 of 134 is where we restart. And we will have to see if it can finally stay green.
Clear, clear. Pits are
And
closed.
never mind.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Off the start, somebody gets around. And here we go.
Got one left. Clear all around. Still inside. All right, hold your line. Clear all around. Stay left.
Oh, somebody went around.
Pit road is closed.
Somebody went around.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And that will send us to overtime in the All-Star Open. All right.
Got one left.
It is out and around goes the 8 of Kyle Busch.
Pits are closed. Wrecking, wrecking.
So we go to another overtime.
White flag. Next time by. Got one left. Stay
All right,
high.
overtime number 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Clear, clear. Stay right. Stay right.
Will they even make it around to the white flag? This is crazy.
All right, hold your line. All right, hold your line. All right, hold your line. Clear, clear, clear.
This time they do make it to the white flag. 1 lap to go in the All-Star Open finally. And down the Nella straightaway for the final time. Who is the leader? We will find out who has just won their way into the All-Star race, and then we will tell you the fan vote winner. As the checkered flag flies in the All-Star Open. And after 5 minutes, we get going with the main event, and it looks like the winner and going to the All-Star race is William Byron. And the fan vote winner is Chris Buescher. So Chris Buescher will be going to his 3rd consecutive All-Star race. And in approximately 5 minutes. So, before we start the timer, we will write down everybody that is in the All-Star race, and we will tell you who they are. And then we go to a 5-minute race break. So there will be silence for a little bit. Kyle Busch getting wiped out there in the first overtime helped him get eliminated from the All-Star race. Which is not what he wanted. He will pack things up and head to Talladega not very happy. you have a chance to get into the All-Star race and race with your first season and with your new team, and you get eliminated. Not what you wanted. But you know what? It happens. There's a bunch of good drivers in the All-Star race this year. And it's going to be a good All-Star race. Alright, just a few more minutes, or a few more names to write down, and we will tell you everybody in the All-Star race. Well, that final stage sure didn't last very long. That's one thing's for sure, as it was filled with cautions. Alright, so your All-Star race drivers are Urban in the 4, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, Kyle Larson, Cody Ware, Eric Jones, Alex Bowman, Todd Gillen, Austin Dillon, Harrison Burton, Ross Chastain, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., William Byron, and Chris Buescher wins the Fan Vote Award. And in 5 minutes, we will start the All-Star race main event. here in case I do it again. I can't save anything. Alright, race fans. The cars are already had the 1 to go signal. And now it's time to get it underway. It is time for the 2023 Steven Stotts NASCAR All-Star Race. 134 laps. And this is the final event tonight. This is the main event. And we can finally stop pretending that certain cars don't exist anymore, except for the ones that did not make the All-Star race. But if you're one that's in the All-Star race, we don't have to pretend you're not on the track anymore. As the 4 and 9, the 4 of Urbane and the 9 of Chase Elliott will lead this field to green.
This is Las
134
Vegas,
laps.
Bet you'll see some gambles from
broken
our
up into 3 stages
in tonight's event, with 2 races after tonight and the short.
And it's go time.
Clear. All right, right there. You can see it.
Green
Go
flag,
green.
and the NASCAR All-Star race, Steven Stotts for Steven Stotts, is underway.
That's a good job.
Oh,
Go
Christopher
get it,
Bell
one more.
came out of nowhere and took the lead. So we got 40 laps to run here in this stage.
Stay left. That's good. Let's drive away. All clear.
And the 4 has jumped out to an outstanding lead. Number 4, he's the defending winner of the Steven Stotts All-Star race at Las Vegas, and looking to become the first repeat winner in the All-Star race. Chris Buescher, he was the fan vote. He's made the All-Star race 3 times in a row, same with the 4. Chris Buescher won the first All-Star race the 4's rookie year. And then the 4 won it last season. Now he's sitting out front leading in the next-gen car. Look at that. The top four is all All-Star race contenders. And there is 21 cars in this field. Keep that in mind. Chase Elliott really fell back.
We didn't come here for second. Keep charging. New leader.
Not sure why I said that. So there's going to be 42 laps in stage 2 and then 52 to that final checkered flag. But how about that All-Star Open? Half of the wins today, speaking of even half of the wins today we didn't expect. Like Cody Ware winning last chance qualifier number 1 and advancing to the All-Star race. It's been a long night here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and it's just 3 stages away from ending. 8 laps into the first stage here. The fans are probably really tired. We promise you it'll be all over soon, as we got about 125 to go in the race and 31 to go in the stage. It's 10:17 Eastern Standard Time, for those of you following that, and that should be able to tell you what it is where you're at, and the 4 is going to have to keep that damage till the end of the race. Oh, off the racetrack though for a minute. But definitely going to have to keep that damage till the end of the race. You don't want to get too much damage because it can affect your race outcome. And during that 5-minute break, the haulers started to pull out of the people who were eliminated. Corey LaJoy and BJ McLeod, they were the first ones eliminated after crashes in the NASCAR All-Star Open. And then it just went from there. All those guys will get ready to head over to Talladega in Alabama. And keep in mind, for this season, this is the last broadcast for the Cup Series. The last Xfinity broadcast will be tomorrow. the Xfinity and Cup Series switch over to Twitch Sports Network 1 for the rest of the season, including the playoffs, but we continue to bring you coverage of those truck races for the Craftsman Truck Series.
One left. All clear.
And the 4, nice lead off. Has a really nice lead.
Stay left. Clear, clear. Car right. Clear, clear. Got one right. Clear, clear. Car right. All clear.
And Todd Gillen gets a little bump, and he's going to go a lap down.
Got one right.
So Todd Gillen
Clear,
apparently
clear,
was in last
clear,
place.
Clear, clear, clear.
Not where you want to start the All-Star race.
Stay right. Clear, clear, clear.
Ah,
Clear, clear, clear.
Cody Ware in the back as well.
Got
He
one
too
right.
goes a lap
They're
down.
all around. One left, one left. Clear, clear. Stay right, stay right. Clear, clear. Stay right. Low. Clear, clear, clear. One left, one left. Stay high. Still there. All clear. Got one left.
Making his way around.
Got one right. Clear all
So far
around.
he's only got 2 cars a lap
Got one
down.
left. Clear, clear.
And somebody,
Pit entry is red. Reckon. Yellow's out.
somebody's tire might have blown because they are now pulling onto pit road. That brought up the caution. So Christopher Bell and Irving to lead the field back to green. We're back underway here in stage 2 or stage 1.
All right, hold your line.
The 4 and 20 making some contact. Forces the 20 forces the 4 below the line. Here comes the 4,
One
more
left.
contact with the
Clear,
20.
Got one right. Got one right. Clear, clear, clear.
The 4 goes back up the track, comes down to block the 20. So that was the first caution of the All-Star race as they head down the Nellis straightaway. Everyone in the top 5 is All-Star race contenders. 4's got another gap off of the 20. There are 12 laps to go in stage number 1. Oh, the 4 got off into the grass. Got back on the track quickly, though. Laps to go in stage 1 of the All-Star race. And the 4 still out in front. So keep in mind, any cars with damage that are in the race has to leave it on the car until the end of the race. But look at that, the 4 is still fast despite that right side damage on his car. Only one caution so far at this stage. Laps to go here in stage 1. And the 4 thinks he's going to need some tires and fuel soon, which, judging by the fact that we're almost into the fuel window, it does not surprise me. But I want to see if he can make it to the end of this stage. If he can't, it's still early. Pit, get the gas, get the tires. You know, you don't want to stay out if you absolutely need to pit. But if you can hold off until the end of the race, or until the end of the stage, then do so. Six laps to go here in stage 1. Now 5 to go here in stage 1. And if you're a fan of this esports league, you gotta be loving this right now.
left.
Getting ready to
Clear, clear, clear.
Getting ready to take that green and white checkered flag to end stage 1 of this
Stay right.
All-Star race.
Clear, clear, clear.
And the 4's got to be comfortable in control
Only a
of
few
this.
laps till we fit. Got one right.
And he gets hooked!
Stay right. Slow down. Caution down. Slow down. Caution down.
And stage 1 goes to him, but that car is on the front. A little bit done, but not out of it. And look at that. Everybody in the top 10, except the 41 obviously, is All-Star contenders.
Pit road is closed.
Stage 1 complete. A little bit more damage to that number 4. Tried to play it safe and got tore up there.
Way to get it down.
And stage 2 underway, 42 laps.
Rewind. 2 outside. Stay left. Clear, clear. Wrecking.
And it
Yellow
starts
down.
with a
Pit road is
caution.
closed. Watch the lights. Pit road is closed.
And 4 got up into the wall just a little bit. And that will bring out the caution. And green, Christopher Bell takes over the lead. The 4's gonna make contact with him. Christopher Bell's around. And there's gonna be a crash and the caution's gonna come out.
Still there. All clear. Got one left. Got one left. All right, hold your line. Clear, clear, clear. Stay right.
The 18's trying to get there. On the 4, and the 4 makes contact with the 77 and sends him around.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And this is going to be a quick stage 2 and back to green. This is going to be the fastest stage 2 we've ever seen in All-Star race history.
Got one right.
As Ty Gibbs takes over the lead, but look at that contact. And the 4 is back in the lead. Gonna run these last few laps here, hopefully under green flag conditions. Has a few incidents. 4 got into the 20 and then got into the 77. going to that helmet cam presented by YouTube TV Network. And see what the driver sees.
Till we pit.
Stage 2 gonna be down to the final 12 laps after they cross the line again. And the 4 is gonna come in and pit. Probably a good choice.
Leader just hit pit road. Pits are closed. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
So the caution actually comes out as he enters pit road. So for the most part, that should protect first place for him. Wish they'd at least put some tape on the hood, maybe.
One left, clear, clear, clear. Stay left, stay left. Got one right, got one right. Clear, clear. Pits are
And
closed.
that brought out
Yellow,
a
yellow,
big
yellow.
wreck. Alright,
Got one left.
Austin Dillon. Looks like he might
They're all
have
around.
jumped to the lead. No, it's saying no. Ty Gibbs is still in second.
Car right.
Meanwhile, the
Clear, clear.
4, his car is about ready for the dumpster. But we still got 52 laps to run, and with a car that's ready for the dumpster, it's definitely going to be a challenge. But you know the 4 is up for a challenge. Get this car to victory lane at the All-Star race for the second consecutive season. Well,
Pit entry is red.
well, there he goes. He wins stage 2.
Pits are closed.
Alright, final stage. Alright, 52 laps to go in the All-Star race. And the green flag is out. And we're underway.
2 on the outside, you're 3. 2 on the outside, you're 3.
And you can see a lot of the cars who didn't make it into the All-Star race.
3 wide, you got 2 up top, got 1 right. 3 wide, you got 2 up top, still next to you. 3 wide, 2 clear, clear, clear. Clear, clear, clear. Car right. Clear, clear, clear. Pit entry is red.
And an
All right,
All-Star
yellow
race
flag.
contender got around and caution came out.
Stay right. They're all around.
as Michael McDowell. He's in the All-Star race. He has jumped up to second.
Clear, clear, clear. Stay left. Clear, clear, clear. Stay right. All clear. All clear.
The Ford wanted to keep his car nice for the All-Star race. This thing is ready for the dumpster. They're gonna have to tear this car completely apart to fix it, to get it ready for the next time he uses this sponsor. Got stuck below, but sometimes that happens. We heard that the 4 thinks he might be a little loose. But Irvine still has his foot on the throttle. Now you can go below this white line. None of it is unlawful here at Las Vegas. You just don't want to go completely down it around the whole track. His car finally lost it.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And the caution comes out.
Stay right.
Look at Michael McDowell. His car is ready for the dumpster too.
Stay left. Middle of 3. Clear all around. Car right.
There's a Burton.
Right. Middle of 3. Clear, clear. Stay left. You're
And
in
there's the mix.
Rewind. Stay left. Rewind.
Harrison Burton gets turned.
Rewind, middle. Pit road is closed. Wrecking. Yellow's out.
Caution comes out.
Got one left. All clear.
Michael McDowell pulls ahead of the Ford. The Ford has still scored the lead.
Stay right. Clear. Clear. Stay left. Clear.
And McDowell is going to spin it after a little contact from the 4.
Back it down. Yellow down.
And the green flag back out. A little contact with the wall. There, 4.
Got one left. Clear all around.
I think the 4 is gonna lose it again, yeah.
Watch the lights. Pit road is closed. Wreck it. Yellow's out.
Got into the 45 of Tyler Reddick, and then just lost it. And when there's only 21 cars in the field, you really don't lose that much. Alright. 13 laps to go.
Got one left.
In the All-Star race.
Middle inside. Alright, hold your line. Clear. Got one left. 3 wide. 2 down there. 3 wide. 2 down there. 2 inside. You're 3 wide. 2 inside. You're 3 wide. 3 wide. Middle. 1 left. All clear.
4 all the way back in last
Stay
place.
right. Middle of 3. All clear.
Now has put Todd Gillen behind him.
Stay left. 2 on the outside. You're 3. Clear.
And Ricky Stenhouse
Close.
makes contact
Yellow.
with the 4 and spins out. Which spins out the 4.
Got one left.
And the All-Star race is almost over. The 31 gets himself turned.
Watch the light.
Caution will come out.
Back it down. Yellow's out. Only 2 left.
And this forces 2 laps to go.
Stay right.
Actually, it forces overtime.
All clear. Car right.
Because that forced overtime, the 4 can win his second All-Star race in a row and go back-to-back if he can make it to this white flag without a caution.
Clear all around.
One lap to go in the All-Star race. And the 4 pretty much has this one wrapped up for his second All-Star race in a row, going back-to-back, but he did it with a car that's ready for the dumpster. This car is going to take a lot to repair. It's going to be very expensive as he heads down Manila straightaway for the final time. Lots of wrecks. Made this one quicker, but off turn 4 he comes. The 4 is going to go back-to-back and win the All-Star race again this year. He's going to get that slot machine trophy. So there you go. Michael McDowell finishes second, Busher in third. Gibbs in fourth. Tyler Reddick in fifth. Eric Jones in sixth. Ross Chastain in seventh. Alex Bowman in eighth. Harrison Burton in ninth. William Byron in 10th. Daniel Suarez in 11th. Christopher Bell in 12th. Cody Ware in 13th. Joey Logano in 14th. Chase Briscoe in 15th. Chase Elliott in 16th. Kyle Larson in 17th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 18th. Martin Truex Jr. in 19th. Austin Dillon in 20th. And in 21st is Todd Gillen. So Todd Gilland finished dead last in the All-Star race. Not good. But that's all she wrote, and let's view a replay. Kind of curious. Alright guys, so long. Be sure to tune into this channel for the rest of the season. Down in the comments below. It's on Twitch. And you can find the replay to this race on there.